What's up, everybody? Welcome back to racenews.com. Welcome back to another one of our horse capsules for the Kentucky Derby. Let's get to it. Let's get rolling. And let's get to Burnham Square, the winner of the Bluegrass Stakes. Always a popular play, it seems like, on Kentucky Derby Day if you win down the road there at Keeneland. This year's winner, like I said, was Burnham Square. 3 starts this season with 2 wins, 6 starts overall, 3-1-1 for Burnham Square. All right, like always, we'll look at what this horse has done, and it's a pretty solid resume, really. Took a little bit to get going, get to that right distance for this horse, but 2 solid efforts really on debut, finishing second and third before breaking the maiden at third asking. Now, it is important to note before we go on to the stakes races, this horse did start in the maiden claiming ranks, but it was a pretty high maiden claimer, and it was also the debut race. So at first I was a little bit like, I'm not sure, but when you become a graded stakes winner, I think you can kind of throw that out the window a little bit. They just kind of misjudged this horse. He got better on them, and he got better than they anticipated him being. So with that being said, let's go to the Holy Bull Stakes, where he kind of got it going and really made a name for himself. Won that race, beat a horse named Tapan Street that day, who came back to win the Florida Derby. So a very good race looking back on it. Solid effort right there to win that one. Now, the Fountain of Youth, he didn't really build on that race much. He got fourth, and it was kind of, where was he? Was that Burnham Square in fourth? I'm not sure who that was, type of race. And what I mean by that is he wasn't close, right? He was kind of an also ran in every sense of the word. He just, you never really kind of saw him in the race hardly, and he never really made much of an impact. So he went to the Bluegrass next for his final prep, where I was I was on him as far as playing him in the pick 4s and the pick 5s. I did not have him picked to win, though, because I thought, man, you know what? That Fountain of Youth, it just wasn't all that great. But in the Bluegrass, stretching out to 1 1/8 miles, I thought this horse ran better. Definitely the best race of his career. But he also, it was kind of a situation where a lot of horses in there, they really didn't want to go 1 1/8 miles, which I think he does. More on that in a second. And they were kind of slowing down for him in the stretch, and he was wide. He had to make a wide move and got the job done right at the wire. But it wasn't like overly impressive visually, but still a win is a win. A grade 1 victory in the Bluegrass. That's very good for Burnham Square. Now you look at the pedigree here. Liam's Map out of a Scat Daddy mare. That's a very good distance pedigree to me. I think that's going to be great. I'd also kind of interested to see if this horse ever tries turf down the road at some point at the stakes level. This horse, Scat Daddy mare, that screams turf to me. And then Liam's Map, I think you could try the turf if you wanted, but dirt would be what Liam's Map obviously excelled at. So, but pedigree wise, going 1.25 miles, it should absolutely not be a problem at all. So, getting back to kind of the results and the negatives are there. Took 3 times to break the maiden, started it off in a maiden claiming race. And what that means when a trainer starts a horse off in a maiden claimer in general, like this, it isn't always 100% the case. Nothing is always 100% in horse racing. But usually what that means is they don't think just too highly of the horse. If you think you've got much of anything, you'll try a maiden special weight first, and then you'll drop down to maiden claiming ranks. But like I said, young horse, 2-year-old, he kind of fooled him. He got better. So I don't really worry about the maiden claiming thing. Took 3 races to break the maiden. I'm not overly concerned about that either. I did not like the Fountain of Youth, obviously. And I really, even though he won the Bluegrass, I don't rate that as that high of a race. And so if you are sitting here watching, go, well, I thought the Bluegrass was great, then this could very well be your horse on the first Saturday in May. And for me, it was an okay race, right? It wasn't, I'm never going to call a grade 1 event, a bad win, because there are no bad wins in horse racing, especially at the grade 1 level. But I mean, it wasn't overall, it's a very visually impressive race. They came home pretty slow. So I just don't know how this horse projects going towards the Derby. Now, how can he win it? I think it's pretty simple. He's going to have to kind of get that stalking trip like he got, in the Bluegrass. And then he's just going to have to motor home and hope for a pace meltdown. I actually think this horse is going to be around. I don't know. I'm not going to have him on top of any tickets. I might play him underneath a little bit, but final verdict for me, I think he'll be around. I think you'll know he's in the race. I think he'll make a little bit of a run. I'm not sure that he's quite good enough to get up and win it. And so that's where I kind of fell on Burnham Square. All right, guys, that'll do it for this video. Hit the like button if you liked, hit subscribe. You really like it. Want to get alert anytime we do videos like this. Most importantly, stay tuned to the channel for more Kentucky Derby coverage.